Stephanie Bacchia and Becky Lynch are back. Raw is over. Let's talk about it. So there was a match between Roxanne Perez and Soruka, and before I get into the return of Stephanie and Becky, let me say these two ladies put on an absolute heater, even if it ended in a DQ, and I really hope they run this match back. And then the Judgment Day attacked her after, and then the man, Becky Lynch, returns after like 3 months. And she was so desperately needed in this women's main event scene. And I cannot wait to see this version of Becky Lynch in the main event. She had a short promo with Liv Morgan. And she had a great promo. And I think she's a babyface now too, which is awesome. Saying that Liv had the worst title reign of all time. And saying how she's not the best champion in her own group. And she's not even the best champion that slept with Dominic Mysterio. I mean, absolutely phenomenal promo from Becky Lynch, like always. And then as Liv was leaving, Stephanie Bacchia's music hits. And she takes out Roxanne and Raquel and then chases after Liv Morgan. I mean, just absolutely incredible. Stephanie was also desperately needed. I'm so glad to see her back. The women's main event scene over on Raw just got absolutely insane. It went from arguably the worst division in all of WWE, maybe besides the tag team divisions, to possibly one of the best. And then after Stephanie beat up Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch and Stephanie Bacchia faced off, and I mean this was awesome. This is cinema. This match right here between Becky and Stephanie will absolutely bang when it happens. And oh my god, if we get a triple threat at Money in the Bank between Becky, Stephanie, and Liv, that might be one of the best matches of the entire year. Like, there was so much to love about this segment. Genuinely a phenomenal segment. Like, I am genuinely now so hyped for the women's main event scene on Raw. And the show kicked off with Roman Reigns. He didn't get out that much before he was interrupted by L.A. Knight. Yeah. And as always, he cut an absolutely phenomenal promo. He called Roman a fraud. He told him he would just sick the dogs on him instead of coming to him face to face. He wants the World Heavyweight Championship. He never got a shot at it one-on-one. And said he wants to face Roman one-on-one anytime. And then Roman had a phenomenal comeback, saying he calls himself a megastar but wears a Walmart watch, and said he didn't do anything to deserve it, and said you don't get title shots by just bitching and moaning. He does deserve it though, because LA Knight still never got his match for the World Heavyweight Championship one-on-one. And then LA Knight had this hilarious moment where he was like, Oscar, Sierra, uniform, Cardinal, uniform, you suck. And it even made Roman Reigns break character, which was awesome. Just absolutely incredible stuff from LA Knight, yeah. And I really hope they run this match at Money in the Bank. Really, really hope that they do this match again. And if you know what, no, I don't want him to face him at Money in the Bank, because LA Knight, yeah, needs to win Money in the Bank and cash in on Roman Reigns. Please, for the love of God. We had a match between Javon Evans and Ethan Page. The match was really good, but nothing else really to talk about. However, after the match, Big Cass made his WWE debut, attacking Javon Evans. And then later, he cut a promo and talked about how he wasn't specifically targeting Javon Evans. He's just there to stack bodies, and there's going to be a lot more of this. So I kind of like this element of Big Cass, this 7-foot-tall monster, nearly 7-foot-tall monster, just going around Raw, randomly attacking people. And if they do it right, I think it could be really interesting. The hot take is, I'm sorry, who the fuck asked for fucking Big Cass? Where the hell is Enzo? We wanted Enzo and Cass, not this shit. What are you doing? And a lot of people are acting like they expected Enzo. It's very clear that in those video packages, it was going to be just Big Cass. He didn't even mention Enzo. And I think people should give Big Cass a chance as a single star because he's very different than what he was last time he was in the WWE. There was a Bloodline backstage segment where Roman told Jacob that Royce Keys is not family and that they are the only family, and told them specifically not to attack LA Knight. Yeah, which I love. I'm loving these clean matches over and over and over for Roman Reigns. And then LA Knight came in after Roman left and rage baited everybody, and it was hilarious. And again, I cannot stress this enough. Have LA Knight, win Money in the Bank and cash in on Roman, please. There was also a Lyra Valkyria promo on ad. First of all, for the love of God, can we give her some TV time? I mean, seriously, if you are a US viewer, she hasn't been on your TV since Saturday night's main event. That's not okay. This is a terrible follow-up to her big win against Bayley. But she called out Raquel Rodriguez, and I really hope that Lyra dethrones her, or she goes to the main event scene. Then we had an Obafemi promo. He just kind of said he was going to forge his own path and kind of do things on the fly, it seemed like he was saying. But the more interesting part of this was what happened after his promo. We had a face-off of the century between Obafemi and Braun Breaker. This was cinema. I mean, I cannot wait for this match. And Braun Breaker did something absolutely incredible tonight. He had a match against Joe Hendry, and he beat Joe Hendry in like 5 seconds or something with a spear, won, and then walked out. And I am pretty sure he's leaving the Vision, which is the best thing that has ever happened to his career. Thank God Braun Breaker is leaving. I mean, genuinely, he is saving himself. Thank you, WWE, for making him leave the Vision. I really hope that's what this is. Then we had a tag team match between JD McDonough and Dirty Daddy Dominic Mysterio up against Penta and Chad Gable. And, solid match. And the bad part is Dom took another pin. That's 2 days in a row that your AAA Mega Champion, your future cornerstone of the WWE, is taking pins. Once to a comedy character, and now, yes, it was to Chad Gable, your IC champion. Yes, it wasn't a clean pin, but oh my God, stop having him take pins. He is genuinely being turned into a jobber on the main roster. Please, WWE, stop having Dom take pins. Literally, why not at least have JD McDonough take the pin? Like, why? It's not like he has any momentum. Dom does. Why do you have to have him take the pin? Well, he did. Not anymore. But genuinely, man, I don't know what Dom's going to do on the main roster. Then in the main event, we had a street fight between Jacob Fatu and Royce Keys. This street fight was great. We had a lot of cool spots. We had a power slam through the barricade. We had a top rope power slam onto the chairs. The match ultimately ended after a pop-up Samoan drop through the table, mighty moonsault, and then a Tongan death grip where Royce Keys passed out. And then Jacob hit an ass splash to Royce Keys with a chair around his head. I assume they're writing off Royce Keys, but I absolutely love this because it made Jacob look like a monster, and that's how he should be booked. He should be a monster that's controlled by Roman Reigns, at least right now. And I think this was really good for Jacob. This kind of helped reestablish him and show and remind you how dominant he is. Then after the match, Roman Reigns came out and gave the nod of approval to Jacob Fatu. And the bloodline is honestly super entertaining right now. The hot take for this one is Triple H seems like you tapped into what made WWE great. Unhinged, controllable athletes adding chaos and unpredictability instead of safe, politically correct BS where you're everyone's friend back in Gorilla, but the product is shit. Keep it up and you might get some fans back. And yeah, having a bunch of just unhinged lunatics randomly on your show, like Big Cass, like Jacob Fatu, it definitely adds a lot to a show, and it helps just a lot in general. And after the match, Roman Reigns was in Gorilla, and Rey Mysterio talked to him. And Triple H, or Rey Mysterio was like, I'm the general manager of AAA. And he was like, now I do. And he was like, let me run something by ya. If we get Penta versus Roman Reigns at Worlds Collide or Triple Mania or something, oh my God. I have no clue what this could be, but I am in for it. I am thoroughly intrigued, thoroughly invested, and this was an amazing episode of Raw. The past 3 days have been a new sign of life for WWE, and I really feel like SmackDown could be the perfect way to cap it all off. Like, there is genuinely no way SmackDown can be bad anymore. This was an amazing Raw, except for Dominic Mysterio taking another loss. That was the only bad part of the show. But thank you all so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you want, and